Hey everybody, it's Tim. I want to go over a few things today. Something that I believe, a lot of people in my career field, especially with welding, do not like to do. I've seen this time and time again, is they would mess something up. Either they would design something that didn't work properly, or they do a weld and the weld would fail. And one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people in my career field do not like to own up to their failures or their mistakes. I believe differently. I like owning up to my failure. I like learning from my mistakes. Actually, one of my customers, I told him, I would like criticism, and he gave me some criticism. And because of that, it made me rethink of how I need to build things. One issue, what we got right here, this is the first rocket stove I built. And when he got this, I asked him, let me know what you think, give me criticism or support, and things that you believe I should change. And one thing he let me know is that whenever you would close the door, have your airflow open. If you have the door open, it works perfectly fine. Whenever you close it, the fire would die down and start throwing smoke. And that was a design flaw that I had. On the inside, right there, you can kind of see that line right there. There's a piece of steel in there. That was to kind of help direct all the wood farther down into the ash pot. Well, because of that, it's about, I'd say, 2 inches from the bottom. That plate falls 2 inches down. And then, which I've cut this since then, but the ash pot also had a piece up front. So whenever we would put that ash pot in there, you had about a 1/2 inch of airflow, and it was killing the fire. So the only way for it to work was to open the lid. That's a no-go for me. To me, that is a failure on my product. I do not look at failure on my product. I want it to work perfectly the first time. So because of that, I went back and I looked at how I need to build some of this stuff, and I've actually got a better one out here that I've tested, and it does work properly. So let me get this propped back up. So this is the new rocket stove that I've started building. This is actually going to be going out this afternoon. Got one more attachment I got to go for it. So now, with the new design, as you can see, the handle sits right on there. So you ain't got to worry about it getting stuck. Which the one I built the first time, you didn't have to worry about, but I've modified it a little bit. So the way it's designed now is the base is actually longer. If I can get it side by side to show. It's not as tall, but so we got the backs pretty lined up. Then we go to the front, and as you can see, I've extended the front 2 inches. Okay, I'm gonna tip the camera down in here, and as you can see, I did add that expanded metal down on the bottom to try and fix it. Let's see if I can move some of this wood out of the way. Okay, so as you can see, there's that plate goes all the way to that expanded metal, and I was testing out, see if wood pellets would work. I need to put more expanded in there. There's a piece of plate right down in there. See if I can get it to clear up. There we go. So because of that, you can actually see it very well under here. There we go. So that plate right there, as you can see, whenever we had that piece up front, it had 0 airflow. So you'd have to open that up, and it was not working properly. So what I did is I went back and I've looked at different designs online and other stoves that were built. And what I did is I expanded this out. I changed the pitch of the wood chute because as you can see, that one's a little bit more farther up. This one's straight 45 in there. That one was a little bit less than 45. And I've changed this so whenever it falls in, it goes straight to there. As you can see, so it would get proper airflow even with the coals in the very bottom. Let's see if it'll focus here. There we go. So even when the coals are on the very bottom and the very back, it'll still get airflow, especially from the top and the sides. And as you can see, get the focus again, our ash pot is not as high as it was before. So we're getting plenty of airflow under there. And I've tested this design out. I've already got my designs drawn up, and it works perfectly. The height is still the same for the chimney attachment, or the actual chimney of the stove. Height's the same. I still got to put a handle on this one. But, yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to go over. I like owning up to my mistakes. I like to learn new ways to do things. So if there's ever a new way for me to do something, if I've made something for somebody and it's not quite working properly, give me a message, let me know, and I will fix that problem. I will, you know, if it's something like, hey, this thing's warping real bad or anything like that, let me know. I will 100% fix that warping issue. I will not charge you for that because that's on me. That's my fault. And I believe that I need to own up to my mistakes. So.